Welcome to Football Game Plan Scout Team. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. And now that the 2021 NFL Draft is complete, let's take a look back and see how well these teams did this past April. With rookie minicamps done and the 90-man roster with the undrafted free agents locked in as they head into training camp, let's evaluate the entire class and hand out a grade. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Football Game Plan Scouting grading scale to see what these numbers next to the prospects actually mean. You look at the Carolina Panthers draft, you see a ton of draft picks, but you also see tremendous talent all throughout the draft, which is why I thought they did a great job of maximizing all of these picks. You look at someone like Keith Taylor, the cornerback from Washington, long, lengthy guy that has good press skills and does a good job of working with his feet in conjunction with the sideline. Deontay Brown at 6'4", 350 is a big, burly guard that has tremendous point of attack strength and also the ability to be dominant in the run game. And Shi Smith just finds open grass, finds first downs, and has tremendous hands and should be one of these chain-moving type wide receivers at the pro level. But what I liked most about the Panthers draft was that they loaded up on premier talents. You look at J.C. Horn, arguably the top cornerback in the draft. They were able to get him. He's going to be a day one starter on the outside. I thought they got the number one defensive tackle in the class, my number 1 3-tech, and Davion Nixon out of Iowa. Was surprised that he fell that far. They also got my number 1 H-back tight end in Tommy Tremble out of Notre Dame, who I think will be a much better pro than he was at Notre Dame because he's going to be utilized more and has explosive traits in both the blocking department and also as a receiver and a run after catch threat. Brady Christensen was a high enough rated tackle for me that I would have taken him in the first round. They get him in round 2 and they get another player that can play guard or tackle and is another one of these players that should be an instant day one starter for Carolina somewhere along their offensive line. Terrace Marshall Jr. out of LSU. Excellent rack skills, a guy that can take a short pass a long way. Big body wide receiver in the mold of Justin Jefferson that can play inside or out. And how about Chuba Hubbard? Explosive one-cut downhill runner that has tremendous acceleration. He would be the perfect comparison or the ideal sidecar to a guy like Christian McCaffrey. Look for Hubbard to make an impact year one in a sub role with the Panthers. Now let's take a look at some of the undrafted rookie free agents that have a great chance to make the roster. You look at David Moore out of Grambling, was a star down at the Senior Bowl. Also at Grambling, he played tackle. He's probably going to be moved inside, whether it's guard or center, but he gives Carolina more talent infused on this offensive line, so they got better significantly in that regard. David Moore is a powerful player at the point of attack. Patty Fisher out of Northwestern at 6'3", 239. I'm a big fan of how smooth he operates in a passing game. You can leave him out there on the field all 3 downs because he can cover backs and also work fluidly through zone coverage, closing many passing windows, as a really good feel for the run game. And Spencer Brown out of UAB is a big, burly, thickly built runner that has good power in between the tackles and is an excellent goal line runner. That added burst this year, which really helped with his quickness, and also he runs with a great attitude, the type that defenders refuse to want to tackle throughout the course of a game. He just seems to get stronger, plays a lot like Chris Ivory, so I thought they got a power back in the undrafted free agent market in Brown. I'm giving the Panthers an A+ for their draft. I talked about it earlier, landing those elite talents at corner, tight end, offensive tackle, at wide receiver. That's just tremendous value that they were able to get all of these picks throughout the draft. They had a lot of picks, but they maximized them. They got some really good gems in the undrafted free agent market as well. So what a great draft haul top to bottom for the Panthers. So that's it for this edition of Football Game Plan Scout Team. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts, and don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network located at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast and leave us a 5-star rating.